there, it's Toby Fairley, and I want to talk to you about something really scary. Well, maybe not that scary. It's kind of scary. It's money mindset, so let's talk about it. So money, y'all. We attach so much stuff and baggage to money. We're afraid to have it. We're afraid to spend it. We're afraid to make it. We're afraid to manage it. And why? Money's not that scary, right? But we think it is. I sure thought it was for years. I had all kinds of money issues. One of them was that I thought you had to work really hard to make a lot of money. And then I had this issue with once I started making money, I wasn't really good at having money. Like I could make it and I could spend it, but the having it, the building wealth part, terrible at that. And then the other place I really struggled with money was this concept of trading dollars for hours. You know, we have to work more hours to make more money, and I really wasn't thinking about it in a way that could help me build more wealth and start to make money while I slept. So I was just tired all the time. So after years of struggling with all these money issues, finally, I had something click. I really found a solution. I shifted my mindset, and one of the key things that helped me do that was this great book called You're a Badass at Making Money. And that's exactly what I wanted to be, a badass at making money and also at having money, right? So what did that book teach me? Where did I go from there? Well, I started to learn that I spent a lot of time in scarcity mindset about money, afraid of money. And here's the thing, what happens when we're afraid of money? Well, we find ourselves trying to pinch pennies or not investing enough because we're afraid that we don't have enough. And if we spend it, it's not replenishable. We'll never have it again. But what I learned was that's the exact opposite of the thinking we need to do if we want to be successful in life and business, right? So you've heard the idea you've got to spend money to make money. Well, it's kind of true. Sometimes you do, especially in the areas that aren't in your particular zone of genius. So I stopped doing everything I shouldn't be doing, y'all. I have an accounting degree and an MBA, and I in every way stop doing my books or anything to do with money. Not my zone of genius, right? And you're probably doing that too. So you got to look at those areas in your life that you shouldn't be doing things, and you got to start paying other people to bring their genius to really make things work in the best way possible. The other thing I did was I started focusing on what I really do best. And guess what? I'm great at making money. And so if I could just focus on the areas where I make the most money in the least amount of time and do that regularly and say no to everything else, my money started to grow and my mindset started to change in the process, because the more money I made and the more money I could have and I could see it there in my bank account, it wasn't always flying out, I kind of started to feel like, oh, I'm a person who has money. So the more money you make and the more money you have, the more confidence you have around money. You kind of step into and own this idea of being a person who has money, and that was huge for me and my confidence. So then I also learned this idea of creating money versus earning money. So earning money is kind of just like going to a job, going through the motions, getting paid for it. But creating money, completely different. That's where you zone in on what your true value is, and even better when it's real value from you plus something you're super passionate about, because when you can get in that place and create money by giving just crazy value every single day to the people who need it most, that's when your confidence around money really soars. Because even if all your money went away one day, if it just completely vanished, you have no more fear around money because you're like, I built it once, I can totally build it again. I just need to go out every day, deliver my top value, and the money will come. And when you get in that place, you've arrived at an abundance mindset. So here's what I want you to think about. Where are you in scarcity mindset around money in your life or business? Where are you afraid to spend money? Where are you constantly feeling like you're paycheck to paycheck or like there's never enough? Because when you're there, you're right in the middle of scarcity, okay? And then look at how you create money, or if you do. Are you just going through the motions in your business or in your life every day, sort of just doing some work and seeing how much money it comes with, how much it pays you? Or are you making a plan to create the absolute most money you can because you're delivering your highest value. If you do those two things, your money mindset is going to completely change. And friends, here's what I want you to know. This is not just some Toby woo-woo stuff about money. This stuff really works. When I changed my money mindset, I literally doubled my salary in 1 year. That is huge. I'd been working my way up kind of the money-making ladder for years, and in 1 year, in less than 12 months, I doubled my own personal salary, which was amazing. And I want you to have those results too. So let's recap for a minute. You need to check in and see where you are in your money mindset. Are you living in scarcity land, or are you moving towards this idea of abundance? And do you need to figure out what that thing is, or those things that you do for other people that are the most valuable things you can do? Because that's where you want to spend all of your time, as much as possible. The more value you provide, the more money you make, and this is exactly what I help people do in my DesignYou coaching program. We dig in and we figure out what they're the best at. I help them say no to everything else, and it is so much fun to watch their bank accounts really grow and even explode too. So check into your money mindset, because it may be the one thing that's been keeping you from earning that money that you've wanted to earn for the rest of your life. And here's the final thought. When you figure out what that one thing is, you're going to throw earning money out the window, and you're going to spend the rest of your life creating money with that one thing that you really do best. And if you need help figuring out how to create more money in your life, then check out my DesignYou coaching program. This is where I help creative entrepreneurs do this very thing. And thanks so much for watching today's show. See you next time.